Hello, everyone. I first want to say thank you for tuning in to this very important world news segment. My name is Noah Pryor, and today we're going to be going over a very dangerous practice that is being used by many big time oil and natural gas companies today. These companies have such economic power in our country that this is allowed and deemed safe to do. Companies such as Chevron and ExxonMobil Corporation are just some to name a few. These companies are costly, hurting our fragile earth, but in turn turning a healthy profit for themselves. Now you might be wondering what hydraulic fracking is, and I'll explain that to you now. Hydraulic fracking is when drills are inserted and burrow thousands of feet through each precious part of our Earth's lithosphere. Through the sediment layers, water tables, and shale rock formations in order to reach the gas and oil in which we so desperately need and use. The drilling is then angled horizontally where cement casings are installed and will serve as the conduit for the massive volume of water, fracking fluid, chemicals, and sand needed to fracture the rock and shale. In some cases, prior to the injection of fluids, small explosives are also used to open up the hard bedrock. The fractures allow gas and oil to be removed from the formerly impervious rock formation which it once was. In doing this process, our ecosystem can be damaged in many different ways, which are extremely costly. This process can contaminate groundwater supplies. It produces enormous amounts of methane that is then released into our atmosphere. The water used in the process has many chemicals in it and which are toxic and needs to be disposed of. They do this by placing the water in large man-made holes. Each well produces millions of gallons of toxic fluid containing not only added chemicals, but other naturally occurring radioactive material, liquid hydrocarbons, brine water, and heavy metals. This process is costly in almost every way and needs to come to an end. Hydraulic fracking harms not only our Earth and its ecosystem, but the human population as well. The water used can sometimes work its way into our water tables and our Earth's crusts. The same one in which much of our American population receives most of its water. If one consumes contaminated mining water, the health risks that come with that can be costly. Symptoms such as respiratory problems, problems and complications during a woman's pregnancy, and noise, stress, and some sleep deprivation, just to name a few. Even with our strict government policies and many different health and environmental organizations in our great country, big oil economics always finds a way to get what it wants, and it may end up hurting the ones in which use their products to carry out their daily lives. As you can see in this picture, this is what contaminating mining water looks like. This is the product of when big oil companies get what they want. The harmful process of hydraulic fracking happens all over our globe. To make matters worse, in the Eastern world, many countries practice this method also. China has over 30 fracking sites, and its neighbor country, Russia to the north, has over 70 of these facilities in use today. In the Middle East, there are 7 documented fracking sites, and in our own country, the states that still practice this method today are over 21 states long, from Texas to West Virginia and California, just to name a few. Although this is good for our economy and helps many Americans with job opportunities, it does not make it safe or smart to do. Because of this, people all over our globe are subject to harmful pollutants that come with this method of getting fossil fuels and gases. Now, after all of this being said, it's not too late for us as humans. Restoration can be brought back to our Earth's ecosystem. You may think you can't help, you're just a citizen, but you're wrong. We can stop hydraulic fracking by using one of our most powerful rights given to us as American citizens. We have our right to vote, a right for our voice to be heard. We have the ability to put the right people in office or in place to get this job done. Voting is one of your most important rights given. Why not use it to save our Earth and create a better environment for us and our future generations to live in? Thank you all so much for giving me your time and attention, and I hope you all took something away from this important news segment. Again, my name is Noah Pryor, a student at Radford University, looking for the next innovative way to change our environment.